News home. More from UK News. Friday, May 25, 2018, 7:57 AM. Share on Facebook, share on Messenger, share on Messenger, share on Twitter, share on WhatsApp. Video player 202000:000:000:000. Use up / down arrow keys to increase or decrease volume. Donald Trump has cancelled a planned summit with Kim Jong Un based on the tremendous anger and open hostility in North Korea's latest statement. In a letter, the US president said he had been very much looking forward to the 12th of June meeting in Singapore, but that it was now inappropriate. Mr. Trump added, "You talk about your nuclear capabilities, but ours are so massive and powerful that I pray to God they will never have to be used." However, the president did not close the door for good on the chance of talks and said someday he hoped to meet Mr. Kim. The 3-paragraph letter ended, "If you change your mind having to do with this most important summit, please do not hesitate to call me. All right." The world, and North Korea in particular, has lost a great opportunity for lasting peace and great prosperity and wealth. This missed opportunity is a truly sad moment in history. Mr. Trump's mention of anger and open hostility appeared to reference an overnight statement by North Korea's Vice Minister of Foreign Affairs, Kim Jong-un, who was hitting back at comments made by U.S. Vice President Mike Pence, son, who he called Mr. Pence ignorant and stupid, and again raised the prospect of a nuclear-to-nuclear showdown. He added, "We can also make the U.S. taste an appalling tragedy it has neither experienced nor even imagined up to now." That rhetoric was in retaliation for remarks Mr. Pence made in an interview with Fox News over concerns the North was not committed to denuclearization. Mr. Pence suggested the North might end up like Libya, whose ex-leader Muammar Gaddafi was killed in an uprising years after giving up atomic weapons, if a deal was not made. Mr. Trump, speaking to reporters after his letter was published, warned Mr. Kim against any foolish or reckless acts. "If and when Kim Jong Un chooses to engage in constructive dialogue and actions, I am waiting," the president said. In the meantime, our very strong sanctions, by far the strongest sanctions ever imposed, and maximum pressure campaign will continue, as it has been continuing. In response to Mr. Trump's cancellation of the summit, North Korea says it is still prepared to sit for talks with America at any time, in any format. North Korea's Vice Minister of Foreign Affairs said Pyongyang was willing to give the U.S. time and opportunities to reconsider the summit between Mr. Trump and Mr. Kim. There had been talk of Mr. Trump getting the Nobel Peace Prize for his bridge building, but such possibilities are now firmly on hold. Plans for the unprecedented summit had come after a rapid warming of relations between North Korea and the U.S., with the secretive regime pledging to end its nuclear program and releasing 3 U.S. prisoners. But, speaking to a Senate committee on Thursday, Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, who had met Mr. Kim face-to-face in preparation for the summit, said America had repeatedly tried in recent days to connect with North Korea over logistics for the summit, but got no response. The same day Mr. Trump pulled the plug on talks, Sky News was the only British broadcaster to witness the destruction of what North Korea says is its nuclear weapons test site. South Korea's President, Moon Jae-in, who met Mr. Kim recently at a historic peace summit on the border between the two countries, summoned his advisors for crisis talks after hearing the summit had been cancelled. "I am very perplexed, and it is very regrettable that the North Korea-US summit will not be held on the 12th of June when it was scheduled to be held," Mr. Moon said, according to the Yonhap news agency. United Nations Secretary-General Antonio Guterres said he was deeply concerned that the historic meeting appeared to be in tatters and warned the two sides they would need nerves of steel to get the process back on track. In the UK, a spokesman for the Prime Minister said, "We are disappointed that the meeting will no longer go ahead as planned. We need to see an agreement that can bring about the completely verifiable and irreversible denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula, and we will continue to work with our partners to this end." Copyright Sky News 2018. Share on Facebook, share on Messenger, share on Twitter, share on WhatsApp. More from UK News. Sky News witnesses spectacular explosions on North Korea nuclear site. Sky News has witnessed the demolition and closure of what North Korea says is its nuclear weapons test site in Punggye-ri. 15 injured in bomb explosion in Ontario restaurant. Canadian police say 15 people have been injured after 2 men walked into an Indian restaurant and set off a bomb. Canadian police say teenager charged with 10 terror offences. A teenager arrested in North London has been charged with 10 terror-related offences, Scotland Yard has said.